Well, the Prime Minister, before embarking on the two-day visit to France, has given an interview to a French newspaper where the Prime Minister said India is a shoulder, India is a springboard for Global South.
So in an interview with the French newspaper, the Prime Minister has been also speaking about the 25 years of India-France's strategic partnership and seeing that this is a turning point. And if we look at the post-pandemic global order and the shape that it is taking, I think it is positive experience of our strategic partnership, which is taking an important step ahead, unquote. There have been more aspects as well that the Prime Minister has touched upon. Pragya, good morning. If you can take us through exactly the Prime Minister's interview that has been given to a French newspaper.
Pragya, can you hear us?
Amita, he has spoken at length on various issues.
Go on, please, go on.
Absolutely, Amita. Can you hear me? Am I audible? So, this year is the 25th anniversary of France and India's relationship. This is one of the first strategic partnership that India had post-World War II, which is in 1998. And the pillars of the strength, of the strategic partnership was civil nuclear cooperation, space cooperation, and also defense. France had been a very old strategic ally of India, and this is what Prime Minister will be capitalizing on when he goes to France to participate in the Bastille Day celebrations, which is on 14th of July. Also, Prime Minister has given an interview to a French daily, speaking elaborately on India's stand vis-a-vis international stature. In fact, he spoke about Global South, a concept that he has also said that there are countries that have been marginalized historically, and they are very, they were not very happy, and they need to be also, this issue need to be addressed. And Prime Minister said that India cannot arrogate itself, calling itself a leader of Global South, but it certainly believes that it can become voice of these countries of Global South. He also touched upon various issues like India not getting a permanent seat in Security Council. Obviously an attack on China that has been stopping the India's spot on this coveted post. So France has been a member of that, and obviously India will be pitching its case, building allies. Prime Minister will certainly be doing that when he is in France. Obviously, we should not forget that Prime Minister is going there with the brand India. He spoke about how India has emerged as a soft power. Also, India has done so much about yoga, how it has been accepted. India has taken lead when it comes to various issues that affect globally, including inflation, flood, food security and all, and India has emerged as leading voices and a solution provider indeed. So all this will factor in the conversation that Prime Minister will be having, and repositioning of India on the global order, which is Prime Minister has been focusing that ever since he has come to power in 2014, and that is how we have changed our foreign policy stance vis-a-vis various nations. Prime Minister also spoke about emerging as a leader in climate change, for the globe, for the solar power, and all these things are going to be discussed during this meeting when he'll be hosted by Mr. Macron. However, we are also given to understand that he will be a showcase. There will be a showcase of India's cultural power. We have seen the tri services parade that were practicing yesterday to the tune of Sare Jahan Se Acha and Bole So Nihal, Sastriyakar, all those we have seen. We should not forget that in France there are almost 1 lakh NRIs and also 10,000 students that goes to France every year. So all these factors in mind, obviously Prime Minister is going to go with the brand India and also project India as the solution to all the emerging global
and you get
powers.
an indication and a hint in that particular interview where the Prime Minister also spoke extensively about the changing equation between India and US, the expansionist policy of China, and most importantly, how he now plans to develop the economy of the country further. Thank you, Pragya, for getting us those details. We're moving on now and shifting our focus to West